This module is my personal favorite because it covers a topic that is one of my favorite things to talk about, and that is urgency and scarcity. In the internet marketing world, actually, scrap that. In the marketing world, and scrap that. In the world, nothing drives action than urgency and scarcity. So, beyond marketing, urgency and scarcity is a proven model to elicit emotion now, to take action now, to not to delay, because things are only lasting for a limited time. You're either getting on the train or it's going past you. And there's got to be, like, I've read up on, I love the psychology of human behavior. And there is something about human beings missing out that we absolutely can't stand. We have more of a fear on missing out than sometimes than the desire of getting something more. So urgency and scarcity in this training module, in this course, is expressed through understanding the pricing and the quantities of your lightning deals, both on the back end when you're setting up your lightning deal, and as we've seen on the front end when people are viewing your lightning deal. So we went over a lot of these ideas in the previous videos, but we're going to just dive a little bit deeper. And then, of course, as always, I'm going to show you a really cool loophole. But I kind of planted a seed before, but we'll go into detail of the step-by-step and how to do this so that you get the most out of the things that are already inherent in every human being, which is urgency and scarcity. So, first off, let's look again at an Amazon Lightning deal that's live right now. We go to today's deals. We could even just narrow it down to lightning deals so we know exactly what we're looking at. And let's just notice a few things here, right? The first thing, and this is what they all have in common on this page. Now, I've seen just like a listing, right? Every Amazon product detail page will look a little bit different based on the category. So every category lightning deal page could look a little different, and Amazon's always updating and changing things and split testing things. But if you look on this page, which is an aggregate of all the departments, the lightning deal page of Amazon, the deal page of Amazon, there is a certain consistency, and we could pick up on this consistency. So the first thing is they list the lightning deal price first and foremost. Okay. The second thing is they list now you guys, this is the first kind of like cool little trick or paying attention to detail that you might have missed. This price, well, what's this price? So we know this is the lightning deal price. What's this price? And you might guess, well, this is what it normally sells at. No, this is the suggested retail price that if you are a private label seller, you have complete control over. So how cool is this? They're basing the discount not on what it sells for every day. They're basing the discount off of a number that you get to decide, that you have control in your Amazon backend, and then they're painting out what that percentage is off of that number. And we know that because if we click into this, we're going to see here, hey, the lightning deal price is only $16.10, save 60%. And if we go back, they're basing it off of the suggested retail price that you get to enter in on your back end for $39.99, and then that percentage off is being based off of the current lightning deal price and the price that's $39.99. Yet, when you click into it, it's showing that the real price that it regularly sells for each and every day is only $19.95, and normally they would be saving 50% anyway. But do you see that because it's not listed on the previous page, and this is why we talked about compounding interest, that which sounds like a more attractive offer on the previous page to get someone to click into your detail page. 1610, it normally is $39.95, save 60%, or 1610, it's normally $19.95, save what is that? 20%, right? So right then and there, that's a really cool thing. And so if you're not attributing a manufacturer suggested retail price, that is a reason to do it. And again, every detail page is going to look a little different, but how cool is this detail page? It shows the regular price of $39.99. It shows the sale price of $19.95, and then it shows it with the lightning deal of $16.10. And when they're saying how much they save, they're not saying, hey, you save $3.85. They say you save $23.89, 60% off. Okay, so that's the first thing to take into account, and the opportunity there is to make sure that you might have your sale price, but make sure you have your regular price. And if your regular price is your sale price, go back and change it so that you have a regular price and a sale price. This is taught in our Amazon listing loopholes course, but I wanted to also just add a little bit of more value into this course to show you how your lightning deal will appear and why that's good, and make sure that you're taking advantage of the reason why it's good by Amazon showing everything based off of the suggested retail price, not the everyday kind of sale price that it sells for without the lightning deal. Okay, the second thing to look at, if we go back to today's deals, and I just want to get super clear, the reason why we're taking a step back, right? We're taking literally a step back, and before we're looking at your Amazon listing, we're viewing how your Amazon product appears on pages beyond the actual detailed listing page. Because after all, when you run a lightning deal, the people that are already typing in and buying your stuff, when you're promoting yourself, like they're already going to your listing detail page, right? But we're trying to first understand the customer journey. And that customer journey is first on the Amazon deal page, or on a search on Amazon.com where it's a search page or a category page. And we want to view that before we actually then go into the Amazon detailed listing page. So we're back here, and we talked about the price, but then check this out, guys. 36% claimed, ends in 1 hour and 53 seconds with the active countdown timer. Okay, now let me ask you something. Obviously, Fire Cable Plus Fire Stick is a completely different product than acrylic paint set, right, by Color Technic. However, because we're visual beings and we're so used to looking at, right, we don't really scroll over this. Does it even show it if I scroll over? No, it used to. We're just seeing the stars. So 4.5 stars could be 4.5 stars or 4.6 stars or 4.4 stars because we're visual. Which grabs your attention more? Seeing that this is 78% claimed and seeing this bar all the way here, or seeing this 4% claimed, right? There is or seeing this, oh my goodness, 88% claimed and it ends in 7 hours. Wait, no, 7 minutes. 7 minutes, right? So there's scarcity and urgency, and then there's also social proof that's saying like, hey, like, and this is, by the way, guys, this is on, if you go to Groupon, this is on Groupon. If you go to now ClickFunnels and lots of other sites are using this, it's like so-and-so just purchased, so-and-so just purchased. There's that social proof and it's live, right? This has been done for ages. I remember operators are standing by and then it's like, so-and-so called or how many sales are coming in. It's like, there's that frenzy. And we're trying to balance how many of these items when we're setting up our lightning deal, we want to balance when we're creating it, we want to balance getting the most amount of sales, but not too much to show that there's a frenzy, there's that scarcity and urgency. So if we go to create one of these things right here, when you're entering in the maximum deal price and the quantity for the deal, right? So we talked about this is what Amazon's allowing you to do, but you might want to consider doing under that amount. If 19.95 1995 is more, whoops, if 1995 is more attractive than 2124 because it's under the $20 mark and it will allow you to sell more, go for it. With regarding to quantity though, what we want to do is we want to make sure that we're running enough of the deals so that we can make a profit on, but not so much that when it shows up here, it shows up like, hey, there's 5 minutes left to this deal and only 4% were claimed, right? And this is also true like with Kickstarter and stuff like that. There's a social proof that you want to get this thing going up like crazy so that people are like, holy cow, I need to take advantage of this now, because there's scarcity and urgency within time, but there's also scarcity and urgency with quantity. And time is a fixed amount. Time's like, look, we're running this deal for 6 hours. You have a 6 hour time window, but if the quantity though could be done way before that. Okay, so if you have a 6 hour lightning deal, but within the first hour, it has 60% of the deals are claimed, the deal is you're going to sell out way before that lightning deal's over. And I also believe that just like sales velocity in Amazon ecosystem in general, more sales drives more sales. I also believe that in Amazon, there's an algorithm that they're saying, like, how do you do the first hour or two of your lightning deal? And based on that, they're promoting it. They're giving it more love if it has that velocity. And the way you can manipulate velocity is actually limiting the amount of your deal. Okay, now we're going to get back to that in a second, because we want to, obviously there's a minimum amount that you have to run. And there's also an amount that you need to sell to profit from this, right? So in the next video, I'm going to show you, and I can't help myself. It's the financial analyst banker in me from like 20 years ago in JP Morgan, Wall Street. We're going to show you getting an understanding of your numbers, so you actually understand how much money you're going to make potentially and how much it's going to cost you. And then we're going to do another video of showing you the loophole technique of how to get the best of everything, how to build up that scarcity and urgency, but at the same time, don't prohibit yourself of selling more and more while that lightning deal is running, while people are seeing that social proof and piggybacking on when you have that momentum, how to prevent it from stopping so that you can make the most amount of money in the most amount of time that you're given, in a little bit of extra effort, in just 1 or 2 tweaks throughout your lightning deal. So I'll see you in the next video. We'll start talking about knowing your numbers, and the video after that, we'll go into the actual loophole on how you get the best of everything.